you film closely, you also see that.
Hi guys, you're welcome back. I'm going to tilt the camera to the other side.
You understand that some hoodlums came in here, tried to set it on fire, tried to destroy it, and now we don't have the electoral officials here. We do not have any security members here. But I'll take you straight to talk to those who were here when it all happened, because we understand that this number of people you're seeing have all been disenfranchised from voting. Can I talk to you, sir? Can you tell us exactly what time this all started and what happened in quick seconds?
Okay, good afternoon. We are here this morning. We came out in numbers to cast our votes, but we experienced a situation. Some group of boys came out to intimidate us in their crusade, saying, if you don't vote for APC, you will die. If you don't vote to APC, you'll be reverted to the East. And we said, you cannot be more political than Mr. President himself. Mr. President has encouraged everybody to come out and cast your vote to any candidate of your choice. So why all this? At the time, the policemen came and made some arrests. Then we had a relative peace. We started casting our votes. At the time, these boys regrouped and they came back again. And that time, I was on phone with the DPO commander of Ataya. I said, madam, these boys are here again. Call these people to come and give us security. We need security here. Before I could finish, they came and went to the place the vote is being casted, unturned the table, opened the ballot box, and set everything on fire. This is my polling booth over there, polling 018. Immediately they finished, they came over here. And the information we had is that the man leading this squad is a man that had a gas station along this road now. He's a very known person. I don't know him personally, but information we can gather now is that the man is a known person. He has a police station. They say he's an Alhaji. I don't know him. And they have disenfranchised us. So we are not happy with this. We are disgruntled. We are calling on INEC to cancel this election on this area. Reschedule election for us to cast our vote. Our vote must be counted. We must vote. We must vote.
We also have a problem with security officials. They came here and withdrew their personnel. And they left someone who had no arms. If we are civilians, we don't have arms, and they as well, they don't have arms. Who's supposed to be protecting who? Only one man. Who's supposed to be protecting you? So we actually think this is a combined effort. So it didn't just happen.
Let me ask this, something very curious.
And this is my calling.
Yeah, do we have a situation where votes have been counted already?
No.
Votes have not been counted.
Excuse me, we were still on principle.
Where are the INEC officials right now?
They fled. But what we found out when they broke the box, because those people broke the box, what we found out was that out of every 100, we had most of them were PDP. We just had only one APC member. So this is a PDP stronghold. This is a PDP stronghold. There's a problem somewhere. Can we have a rerun? Can we have a rerun?
So what are you people asking for?
A rerun.
What we want here is that let INEC come to Okota Agopala's way. Let them come here and come and give us our rights. This is our 4 years our right, and we cannot allow any hoodlums, any touts to come here to come and frustrate us, and this is our right. And what we want INEC to do yesterday, let them come back to this Agopala's way, Okota, and come and do elections.
INEC, over to you. Find out what can happen here, and quickly so that this number of people will exercise their franchise. From Babewe, bus stop here on Agor Palace Way, Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
We see Olu struggling to
Before we even begin to react to Olu, it's a very serious matter.
Yeah.
It's a very, very serious matter.
Guys,
maybe
listen,
on the flip
please.
side, something else that could prove not to be as serious as that is the report that our political correspondent, Bello, had. And I witnessed that, and I'm sure everybody else who was in Lagos today witnessed that. The almost total absence of traffic.
Lagos, Nigeria's commercial hub. A typical day could be a nightmare. Traffic jam everywhere. And a bad day could force commuters to go buy food as far as their legs can take them.
I'll take your comment, La Vida Loca.
But today, the streets of the nation's most populated voting center is deserted. It's an election day, and there is restriction of movements from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Our drone camera gives you the other side of the beauty of Lagos City without its people on the road.
Sonny Edokwalo.
This is the popular Maryland roundabout in the heart of Lagos. This, on a time like this in Lagos, is always packed. Traffic everywhere, but as you can see behind me, it is distorted. At intervals, you see vehicles moving around, and those vehicles you see are probably the ones transporting other officials or security agencies or the media around. It's interesting to see how distorted this road can be on a day like this. And this is the situation if you move around the city of Lagos around this hour on this election day. Roadblocks at intervals, security operatives across the city. The road is so free, one could travel the whole city in few hours. An impossible task on a good day. Lagos voters are out, and the area view gives you a rather unusual sight of the city.
Can you
The
imagine?
voters have diverse views of the exercise.
No, I didn't see my name. I came here. I didn't see my name. I was at Boys
Look
Secondary
at,
School.
look
My name
at.
was not there. They said I should come back to
Pulling
Channel. I
vote.
came here. My name is not here. So I don't know where else to go. Maybe they said I should go to one primary school somewhere there.
Can you imagine?
The change of transfer the same day with her. And getting to that voice approved school where our names are not there. They said we should come here. Getting here and I saw my own, and her own is missing.
At least for now, I'm not suspecting anything, because now this polling booth is attached to some kind of area within their system.
Let me pause.
There are people who need to congregate.
Let me pause this and let me move this to myself. Guys, Sonny Edokwalo, let me start with you. You said, how did I see the election today? The election today is rubbish. It's absolutely garbage. Today's election should be thrown into the trash bin, the dust bin. I foresee all this problem coming up. I could see it. It was in the horizon. I kept alerting Nigerians to get themselves prepared for the worst. This election today is nothing to talk about. It is perhaps the worst in the history, the worst election since elections has been taking place in Nigeria. It is the most horrible in the history of Nigeria. Sonny Edokwalo, the whole world is watching. The European Union are all watching. Everything that is being said is being monitored, left, right, and center. I don't see any clear winner in this 2019 election, Sonny Edokwalo. No clear winner, and you know what's going to happen eventually? Muhammadu Buhari is going to declare a state of emergency. And if Muhammadu Buhari should declare a state of emergency, you know what that entails. Everything is suspended. Perhaps the military is going to strike and then take over government. If the military did not strike to take over government, then Nigeria will be plunged into another terrible war. We know, we can see it coming. I can see it coming. It's been on with the way things are. There could be no Nigeria if that happened, because this time around the East is going to go, the West is going to go, and the North will go their separate ways. That, if Sonia Dopolo, let's take this a step further, because this analysis is what you will not get. Perhaps you will begin to get this analysis in some of the mainstream media like channels, AIT, when everything crumbles. But you won't get it now. But then, because we are here in this platform, we're able to talk about it, and nobody can challenge us. I tell you what's going to happen. I tell you. Buhari will probably declare a state of emergency with what is going on. 2, the military will probably strike, and if the military strike, we're back to the old dark days. That means our democracy has been truncated again. It can happen. It has happened in Zimbabwe, of all countries. It's happened in Egypt, don't forget. It's happened in Pakistan, don't forget. It's going to happen. We're such in a terrible state. Nigeria is such a terrible state. The graphic picture that I have is even far more worse than what you are looking at, what I've just streamed for you guys on channels. Samson Anjori, welcome. Osho Assis, Oluwashim Lori, Malaika Olayinka, you said no sleep for you tonight. Really? I like that. Fidelia Matthias, please sir, a bullion van was seen in Tinubu's house in Ikoyi. I had already, look, I've been talking about the bullion van since 9 o'clock. My first show, 9 o'clock this morning. Would you like to see the bullion van? In fact, I've highlighted the bullion van in the last show as well. Let me see if I can actually access the bullion van one more time. There are results coming out, but those results coming out, to be honest with you, I am not going to emphasize on any results because I've got loads of results being pumped to me here, but to be honest with you, those results are nothing to talk about because this election is, in fact, in 2015, the results were coming and I was dishing out those results even before INEC. Yes, I think Franca Obi was with me when I was dishing out those results, and some people say, oh, they won't, oh, they said, Mr. Bello, we won't wait for your results. Your results are probably fictitious. The results, when INEC released their final results, they were all the same. Because that election in 2015 that Goodluck Jonathan provided Nigeria was authentic. I was eager. I was too pleased. Yeah, I think, let me check my star ones. I think it was on my starred ones that I actually made emphasis on the bullion van, because you actually Fidelia, you touched on that, but maybe you want to visit the last two shows. I think you are not current with me. Yeah, here's the bullion van. I'm going to tilt the camera for you so that you can actually see the bullion van. So here we are. See, that is the bullion van, Fidelia. That, you're looking at the picture of the bullion van. Perhaps you haven't seen that, but you're looking at that on my show. You can see the first one, which is more of a beige color. And then the second one here, this is the first one. You can see the cursor, and that's the second one. The two of them going inside Bola Tinubu's Bodilon home. Maybe you want me to repeat the same thing I've said earlier on. APC, All Progressives Congress. They've got 4 agents in each unit in Lagos. And each agent in each unit gets 10,000 naira. So with the 4 agents of the APC in each polling unit, you are looking at 10,000 naira multiplied by 4. So in each polling unit in Lagos State, the APC under Bola Ahmed Tinubu spent 40,000 naira. Lagos, with a total land area of about 1,000, I think it is 1,100 and something, or 1,007 something area, a square kilometer area, with a population of about well over 9 million people. I'm just talking this because I've worked with the statistics in the past. So Lagos, with those information, has got a total of about 8,462 polling units spread across Lagos. So if we multiply the 4 agents per unit that will receive 10,000 naira, multiply by 4, we get 40,000. So multiply the 40,000 naira by the total number of polling units in Lagos, 8,462 polling units. That will give you the sum. That you will definitely arrive at 338 million naira 480,000. So which is why Bola Tinubu requires a bullion van to deliver such staggering amount of money to Bodilon in his Ikoyi residence. Perhaps they've got other materials inside the bullion van. Perhaps they've got thumb printed materials, ballot papers, boxes, and the rest of it, or printed election results for Lagos State. I don't know, but I am just working with the figures at my disposal. Unfortunately, you need to catch up with me because I'm very quick at things. Sonny Edokbolo, so sad, he said. Bukola Odufadering Olusanya. Tinubu already replied that he is not our headache, where he keeps his money or how he spends his money. Really? Let's wait and see. Is that money his money or the people's money? Bukola Odufadering Olusanya. Is that Bola Tinubu's money or the people's money? Let's wait and see. Fidelia Matthias, so sad, sir. Bamdele Michael Akorede, Nigerian military illegally shooting down AAC election monitoring drones. It's going to get worse. Let me tilt this. It's going to get worse. Many of you were not listening to me. Many of you were not following my word for word. Many of you never believed in me, and I think I proved my worth to Stephanie Sinota when I made my appearance. Yeah, Bukola Odufadering Olusanya, he said it with pride. Let me see if I can get that out for you. I think I was trying to play that the last time, but it won't play. Let me see if I can actually access that now. Let me see if I can do that, because I was trying the other time to actually play that, but this, I don't know why. Maybe Facebook shut me down along the line, so that, because I'm being monitored, I'm not gonna lie to you, they monitor everything that yeah, I'm seriously being monitored. But because I happen to be, but because everything that we discuss in this forum is the truth, and they could not find anything derogatory or something that will destroy someone, but hard facts. That's why we're getting away, but only few Nigerians tune in to see, with the exception of my regulars. You see, I can't even, you see, I'm even struggling now I'm even struggling. Let me go back into this to see. I think I saw it the other time, actually, guys. Let me go back into this because I was trying to play that stuff from Bola Tinubu the other time. No, it can be that. No, it is definitely not that one. Let me see, guys. Just give me. Perhaps it could be that one. Let me see. It could be this. Let me see. No, it is not. It is not. It is definitely not. Okay, let me see this. I want to see. Oh dear me, what is happening to this now? Oh dear. Come on. Guys, I'm coming. I'm just looking for that. Yeah, I think it is here. It should be here. It should actually be in this folder. It should be here. Yeah, I think it should be here. Hang on 1 minute, guys. Yeah. I'm sorry, I've got my sister calling me on the phone. Yeah, I think it is actually this one. Let me see. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I've got my junior sister calling me. I think it should be here. I think I'm gonna get there very shortly. I'm trying to screen that because somebody actually, yeah, got it. I'm there. Let's see if it's going to play. If they've not corrupted the file. Okay.
There are pictures online and stuff
there
like
were
volume vans coming out of your premises.
Volume vans. I don't ballot papers. Where am I voting now? Where am I voting? Excuse me. Is it my money or government money? I don't work for government.
okay, guys.
I'm not in it.
What I am going to do is that I'm going to tilt the camera to the other side so that you guys can actually see that. You see, because I watched this live on Channels TV when Bola Tinubu was making those comments. Listen.
There are pictures online and stuff is volume vans coming out of your premises.
Volume vans. I don't ballot papers. Where am I voting now? Where am I voting? Excuse me. Is it my money or government money? I don't work for government. I'm not an agency of government. And let anybody come out to say I've taken any contract from the government of President Muhammad Buhari, APC, in the last 5 years. They should prove it.
5 years. Muhammad Buhari has not been in government for 5 years.
And I'm committed to my party.
5 years.
Even if I have money to spend in my premises, What's your headache? Excuse me. If I don't represent any agency of government and I have money to spend, if I have money, if I like, I give it to the people for free of charge.
Give money free of charge to people.
You were talking about yesterday. So who are those watching my house and looking at Bojo fans? They must be treat me as
Guys, can you see how terrible people can be? Can you see why a majority of these bloody rogues launched a campaign to send the military back to barracks? Because they know exactly what they want to do. Can you see why Bola Tinubu messed up Nadeko and Afenifere? Who was Bola Tinubu before he became the governor of Lagos? Can he boast of 50 million naira in his account? No. Now, I want you to take your mind back and reflect on why they all went behind closed doors, behind to support MKO Abiola to come back to Nigeria to take his mandate from Abacha. He said, has he taken any contract from government in the last, from APC government in 5 years? I don't know what Bola Tinubu must have taken, whether he's high on weed or he's high on Charlie. You know what I mean by Charlie, don't you? Yeah, you know weed. I said weed, but I'm not too sure whether he's high on the combination of both weed and Charlie, because Muhammadu Buhari has not been in power for 5 years. So, and he's got the audacity to be telling people that that was his money. God, please save Nigeria. Jack Ulushola, I haven't checked that out, Jack. I'll check it out soon. Fidelia Matthias said he looked drunk. I think he's probably taking the combination of weed and Charlie, Jack. Daniel D10 Elenio, this man is high. Igbo smoker Jagaban. Oh yes, he smokes weed and he does Charlie. Like I was told, but the weed is very, yeah. You know, Baba Obasanjo said it, that he smokes weed. So this man knows he's going to lose power, and he continued to truncate and disturb elections in practically all areas of Lagos. I think I played a few stuff for you guys. I've got lots of results coming up, but I'm not going to play them. Welcome, Rosalind Jumakel Kondo. Sonia Dokbalo. Yes, so may God Almighty save Nigeria as a nation. It's only God. That country, I'm afraid, I'm sorry to use this description, Nigeria may cease to exist. Get yourselves prepared. Get yourselves prepared. Nigeria may cease to exist the way things are currently going, because the way things are going is not normal. It is not ideal. It is just an election. Election does not warrant that they should kill people. No. Election does not mean slaughter your citizen. And let's look into this one. Let me see.
May God help us in Nigeria. May God help us in Nigeria.
I'm going to tilt this. I think, let me see. Yeah. Guys, just give me 1 minute.
May God help us in Nigeria.
I'm going to tilt the camera back round again for you guys to see. Okay? Check this out.
May God help us in Nigeria. May God help us in Nigeria. I'm just on my way to go and vote now. I saw this woman butchered and cut everywhere.
Butchered and cut everywhere.
They were there, they cannot carry her. Army men were following me. If you look at my back now, army men were following me behind me. After they should put her in their car, they refused to put her. Must we have her in Nigeria before we know what is happening? They butchered her now. We don't know the people. We have not seen the people. Look at her. I carried her in my vehicle. Can you see her? Can you see her hand? She's butchered. You wanted to cut her head.
Can you see that?
All her hand and everything.
This is Nigeria in 2019. You can't see this from the mainstream media, guys.
Where are we going? Look at the army vehicle following me. Sorry, madam, it will be well. You will not die in the name of God. Pronounce the name of God on you. You will never die. You will not die. They will be the one that will die. You will not die. Police refuse to carry her in a vehicle. Now, wow.
Guys, what do you think? You and I are here. Some of us are abroad and we're monitoring what is going on ground in an election in Nigeria. Onye kachi, onye best. Sonny Edokwalo, sir, I believe everything you said so far now. Okomai Ayekoto Akerile, Nigeria is in a big mess. Indeed. It's a big mess. Terrible mess. And it is in a bad state. Election and the government is having the gut to kill its own citizen. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know what to say, to be honest. Here is another one. Here's another terrible one. I'm going to tilt that again. I'll tilt the camera around so that you can see that again. Look at that. All this came in after my last show. Can you see? See? Somebody just dropped a big brick on top of the guy. That happens to be an APC guy. You see, that guy scattered everything, an APC guy. An APC guy, you see? Thank you very much, Jack Olushola. Somebody, I got this through somebody else before you sent that. I'm always on top of information. You see? And eventually the guy is burned to death. Elections in Nigeria, guys. Elections in Nigeria. And the APC, the ruling party, they've resorted to killing, slaughtering innocent Nigerians. My auntie is just tuned in from Lagos. Mama Tayo just tuned in. My auntie Tessie Ajeroto tuned in. Thanks, auntie. Oladapo Oladimeji Dewale, you're welcome to the show. Oyekachi Onyebest, you said Nigeria is a laughable country. You and I can sit behind here abroad and be saying that. It is laughable, but some dude out there in Nigeria are losing their lives. Should election in our country come to this end, the whole world is watching. Peter Toba said, now I'm convinced Nigerians are not humans. Hashtag facts. I've always said that Nigerians are not humans. Lufimilaye to the show me. You're welcome. You're welcome back again. My auntie is saying, Frank, how are you? Got you. Lead you. Yeah, I was reading your word earlier on, Mama Tayo, that you were unable to cast your vote, but eventually you managed to cast your vote. I was reading everything and I was following everything. I had thought you won't be able to exercise your rights. My auntie's replying now, and she's saying, "Ilu iti sumi pata pata." You remember, Mama Tayo, when you were leaving England, I said, "Are you sure you left England because of Mama Kekere?" And I was indirectly telling you that Mama Kekere will be fine and that you're better off in England. This was, guys, if I'm probably right at the top of my head, I think I'm talking about almost close to 30 years now. Close to 30 years that I advised my auntie not to leave the shores of this country back to Nigeria. Mama Tayo, that's how she just made the comment. Jide Williams, you're welcome. I can smell it. And you know what, guys? I was lucky I had a father who was a visionary. Maybe because of my father's visionary and the quality times that I spent with Bello, who planted into my head loads of wisdom. My dad planted loads of wisdom into my head. And I realized that ZAB was right. My father predicted it as far back as 1981 that Nigeria is going to go down the drain. He told me in 1981. I'll never forget. And he advised never to raise my children in Nigeria. 1981. So because the country, Nigeria, is full of corruption, and you don't run a society that way. Yes, Mama Tayo just replied me. My auntie Tesia Jirotutu said, "Yes, you said so, but I did not listen to you." You see, my auntie just confirmed some of the things that when I look at events, I'll advise people. I told my auntie, and my auntie was practically living, well, I moved my auntie from where she was living at the time, and I moved her into my place with my wife Margaret and my children. We had Remilekun, Mayowa and Bisi at the time, and my auntie was there. And I mean, I never had any problem because we grew up as one family in Unitolo, and I know for a fact that, in fact, I know for a fact that because I grew up in a family-oriented arena, that I probably would have been better off with Mama Tayo living with me, because we are a very close family. I objected to it, but Mama Tayo had to leave London for Nigeria because of my grandma, which was fine by me. Jack Olushola, no worry, auntie. I think Mama Tayo, Jack is replying you that no worry, auntie. I'm sure you had your permit then. If yes, then come back. But if no, ma'am, you really yap and messed up big time, mom. No. Jack. I'm not going to go into that for now. Grace Emiogolo, you are welcome back again. I'm seeing loads of people that I've never seen. I'm seeing Bisi Kuku as well, tuning in into my show for the very first time. I've not seen Bisi Kuku for a long time. You're welcome, Bisi Kuku. Nigeria, should we be going through this terrible mess, almost 60 years of independence? Guys, please, let us re-examine ourselves. You look at Singapore, you look at Malaysia. Singapore, Malaysia, Nigeria all got independence almost the same time from the British. Yes, check it out. I know what I'm talking. Look at Singapore, look at Malaysia today. In fact, the rate and the level of development of Nigeria in the 60s, when Nigeria got independence from the British, to the 70s, Singapore was nowhere near the rate at which we were developing. Singapore, Malaysia were nowhere near it. Now, how come that the same British people that colonized Singapore, Malaysia, that colonized Nigeria, how come Singapore, Malaysia, they've skyrocketed, and Nigeria, that was steeped by superpower as a nation that is a superpower in the making, suddenly find itself in 2019 killing its own citizen during election under Muhammadu Buhari. You see, guys, let me make it known, and I'm not going to hide anything from anybody. You either like me or hate me. In fact, I want you to hate me for speaking the truth, for spitting the fire out on people who are not comfortable. People are not comfortable with me. Somebody tuned in onto my show called He's a very good friend of mine. He tuned into the show. He hardly tuned into my show the way Okomai Ayekoto Akerele, my auntie Grace Emiogolo, all of you will tune into my show. He tuned in to this show, this last show before this one. This is the third show I'm making today. And he tuned in. He was not comfortable with my expose. He then went onto his Facebook wall and then said that some people who cannot bear Muhammadu Buhari should delete themselves from his wall. Guess what? I replied him instantly and I said, Femi Oshineye, I will delete myself first. Throat hurts. Do I really want to keep friendship? No, hell knows. I don't want to keep anybody. I don't want you as my friend. No. If you want to be my friend, be my friend. If you don't want to be my friend, tough on you. Do I look for? Am I looking for friends? No. I'm not begging people. I'm not looking for any friendship. But let the works of my hands judge me for who I am. I don't care. Do I care? No. But definitely nobody can take my focus away from me. Okomai Ayekoto, Nigerians just signed their own death warrant into the hand of Buhari Caliphate. You are right. Princess Lawal Omochami, I don't. We are the one feeling the heat. Really, it's people in Nigeria they have to deal with. Really? So you reckon that we in the diaspora we are the one feeling the heat? Because at the end of the day, Princess Lola Omochami, they're going to come to you, they're going to come to me for financial help. I think you're making sense. I've got another Buhari Dean in the house, Stephen Adeyin Kaladipo, but he's more refined. Peter Toba, you said Nigerians are not ready for the so-called revolution. They have not reached the breaking point needed to trigger a revolution. It's long overdue. They've reached it. Peter Toba. It's going to happen. It's on the horizon. It's going to happen. And I'll guarantee you, Nigerians are ready. Princess Lola Omochami, Nigerians are enjoying their suffering. Perhaps you are right. Austin Ugbaja, I salute you. My friend Fatai Lawal Tunji is in the house. Friendship? Do I really want any friendship? No, I don't need anybody's friendship. I've tried to help people, but Nigerians are the worst people to help on the surface of this planet. If they don't plan to cast voodoo on you, they'll try to exploit you in one form or the other. It is not possible for them with me because they know I'm not just ordinary. And when they come, I'll just tell them to stop first. Stop. When are you expecting the so-called result? There won't be any result, Austin Ugbaja. There won't be any result. There won't be any result. Let me assure you, because Muhammadu Buhari's administration wanted to shut down internet for this election, but it was not physically possible. I made it known to you guys that they were planning to shut down the internet, because that is the only way information can easily be smuggled out of the country abroad. The Arab Spring started just like that. It's coming. I can see it. It's hovering on Nigeria. Perhaps this will be called, I don't know whether it's going to be spring time or autumn time or whatever. Perhaps the Western world will tag it as Nigerian Revolution. I'm not sure. Yeah, there were quite a few number of results. Grace, Emi, Ogolo. I've got a few results in my domain, but they're not authentic because I cannot disclose those results. There was someone who is a Buharideen who sent in and declared, well, I'm not really taking that person serious, sent in the results from Bishop David Oyedepo's area. And when he sent the result, I looked into it because I know he's a Buharideen. He then said to me, Canaan Land Polling Unit, Winners Chapel members betrayed Bishop Oyedepo, which was false. That can never be true. That. You see, a lot of people are cooking up a lot of things, and for now, I am really waiting because I am not going to disseminate the wrong information to people. But because the elections in Nigeria has been marred, guess what? I'm waiting for Muhammadu Buhari to address Nigerians. I'm not going to say anything. I've got loads of results, but I am waiting for Muhammadu Buhari to address the nation based on the conduct of this election under his administration. Bamidele Michael Akorede, you said the situation in Kano State on Gogo Zango Ward 028, you must vote APC, otherwise trouble supervised voting. Yeah, that's why I said it is practically impossible for me, because Nigerians, they've not been given the free hand to exercise their duty. Peter Toba, Prophet, you said, Prophet Bello, I need a time, place, when, how the revolution will start so I can prepare. You don't prepare for revolution. Revolution starts impromptu. If you prepare for a revolution, the government will prepare. Revolution is an impromptu thing. It takes over just like that. You don't tell people your plan. It's like you are going to a war front and you want to start telling your opponents about your logistics. That's what they will use to kill you. It's going to happen. Sen Larry Popola, you're welcome to the show. they've made these elections to be the most horrible and horrible experience for any Nigerian in the history of our country. Austin Ubaja, you said stop sending money back home, let them enjoy the hardship. Should we say that? No. I wouldn't say that, because yeah, in as much as some of the people enjoy the hardship and they've got the right, the opportunity to put everything right, but then we have to look at the current situation. Were they given the opportunity to exercise their constitutional rights to cast the votes based on their conscience? There's been loads of information disseminated. But the fact of the matter, Austin Ubaja, is that the APC know for a fact that they're going to lose this election, and that the people are not happy with them, and that's why they've truncated and they've destroyed everything. Ballot box snatching and all the irregularities in this election today are all perpetrated by the APC and Muhammadu Buhari and Bola Tinubu. I am accusing them live on my show. Bola Tinubu, Muhammadu Buhari, the APC must be held responsible for everything that's happened in today's elections. The killing, the slaughtering of innocent people, underage voting that I streamed earlier on. Muhammadu Buhari, the APC, Bola Tinubu must be held accountable. The International Criminal Court for Justice must charge these three people. Evidences are there. So you see, channels are not even coming up with results. Ayona Banjo, I can spot you. I've been in and out of the show. This is my third show today. Guys, let's listen to what
votes were recorded.
I'll switch it around so that we can check what
polling booths. In spite of these challenges,
the
polls have since been concluded and collation is ongoing in various parts of the country. One of the early risers today was the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. He was at his polling booth with his wife shortly after 8 a.m. and in just a few minutes, they both voted and returned home. Our correspondent Ibrahim Adra reports.
It's decision day. Nigerians and
so what do you expect from Muhammadu Buhari's polling unit in Katsina State?
Electoral officials, security agents, the media, and voters of Nyam polling unit in Daura. The day started well before 7 a.m. Setting up was completed, and voters on queue 15 minutes before polling opens.
What do you think? Can you
You
see?
see?
It is the president and APC candidates' voting booth. President Buhari arrives in company of his wife Aisha to vote.
Just look at Muhammadu Buhari here. Look at him.
The president looked to see how his wife voted.
Look at him. Look at him.
As he leaves, he fielded questions from reporters, including one asking if he will congratulate his opponent
Just listen.
if he loses.
Listen.
Well, it's my constituency here, and these people are already lined up, so I will save time to go so they can continue. Thank you very much. Well, so far so good. So good. Nigerians understand and they are behaving themselves. Are you hopeful? Are you hopeful?
Are you hopeful, sir?
Very hopeful indeed.
If you lose this election, will you accept defeat and congratulate?
Listen to that.
I will congratulate myself. I'm going to be the winner. Thank you very much.
Other voters took turn to exercise their franchise in this once in.
Guys, tell me, is that a Democrat? Is that a Democrat? He said he will congratulate himself. Is that a Democrat? Ekanem Robertson, I salute you. You're welcome. Fatai Lawal, my friend, said, Frank, this is hard work. You have been on air since morning. I wish the people would appreciate your efforts for a better Nigeria. Nonetheless, keep up the good work. It's my service to Fatai. It's my service to the nation. I enjoyed it. Look, serving the people with the gifts God has bestowed on me, I can't be well fulfilled other than doing that job. It's not me. Bukola Udufadiri Ulusoya, you said, yes, totally, I agree 100% with you. Buhari Tinubu should be responsible. Yes, they should. The International Criminal Court of Justice should charge the three of them. And you remember they said they are watching. Okomai Ayekoto, you said, just give them all a week and you will see that Nigerians will cry blood because killing in mass will start. Nigerians, sorry for your mistake. Death is all around you. Indeed, it is. Again, you said, Okomai Ayekoto, he's not going and he's ready to kill. Definitely, he's ready. And he's going to kill them in their thousands, if not millions. Josh, you said, thank God the people of Okota show them pepper. Hey, oh yeah? Bamdeliai Michael Akorede said, this man cannot hand over to nobody. Muhammadu Buhari is not going to hand over. He's not a Democrat. I can see Bola Folashade, the man who's been exposed, the woman who's been exposing quite a lot about Bola Tinubu and the occultic regime in Nigeria. I want to do something here. guys. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, I just want to show you guys something. I tried to get that, and because of this woman, and I think I made it known to some people earlier on, but because I've got Bola Afolashade, who's been doing quite a lot of expose. Some of them I know, some she opened up, but I'm going to tilt the camera round for you guys once again. Now look at this. Is Bola Tinubu's. I've just googled Bola Tinubu on the internet, and you can actually see I actually took this picture, and you can see Bola Tinubu's picture. You are looking at Google, and you can see Bola Tinubu's picture everywhere in Google. Okay, you guys can see Bola Tinubu's picture on Google. I'm going to take one of the picture, and I'm going to take that, and I want to emphasize on this particular picture and many picture. Now if I take this as well, you will see similar thing. If I take this, these are different pictures entirely. If I take that, now look at this picture, guys. I'll keep on emphasizing on Bola Tinubu, and Bola Tinubu is flaunting Nigerians with his occultic signature, but Nigerians are not just aware of his occultic signs. Now if you look at this, if you look at the mouse, at the cursor of my mouse, the hand, just follow it. You see this sign, if you look at it very well, is number 8. It is 8, but the 8 is sleeping on its side, and it's not upright. And when 8 sleeps on its side, then 8 becomes infinity. That is the sign of infinity, and that buttresses the argument that Bola Tinubu intend to expand his empire across Nigeria. Already he's holding Lagos by the throat, and only God can deliver Lagos from Bola Tinubu's occultic hang-on on Nigeria, on Lagos. This sign of infinity simply signifies something that has no end. If you watch the cursor, you can see it goes on and on and on. It is something that has no end. So he wants to expand his empire all across the nation. And if you guys remember, I once said to you all that the business of politics is all about, one, the control of people. That is the business of politics. To control people. 2, control of land. They want to grab as much land as possible. 3, control of resources. Those 3 things. But Nigerians are not smart to be able to see the differences from this occultic signature that is being displayed. You can see everywhere. Look at this. You see the same. That's another picture of Bola Tinubu. This is another picture of Bola Tinubu with the 8 sleeping on its side. This, I remember this picture. This was when he clocked 60. You can see the same picture with the same. Look at this, another one. This another one with the 8 sleeping on its side. This is another one. You can see that as well. He's got it. He's, look at, this is another one. See, I'm showing you different pictures of Bola Tinubu with the occultic signature of infinity. And you guys, you don't have eyes to see. Look, this is another one. Can you see that? He's got it all over. And you're not seeing it. And Nigerians, people like myself cannot be fooled. I can't be fooled. It's not possible. Because I have eyes. God probably even blessed me with an inner eye, the third eye, to be able to see far more into what normal human beings are unable to see. Bola Afolashade has been exposing quite a lot. I still give you courage. My prayers and my thoughts are with you. You're doing a great job. But the fact of the matter is that Nigerians are blindfolded. Ekanem Robertson, you said, well done, Frank. Keeping us abreast with the news. Prince Adebokun, High Chief Odogun Ulisa. My High Chief said, I need some rest as my eyes look tired. It is election season, don't worry. That's why I'm passionate. Just leave me. I can carry on like this. Look, if I have publishing deadlines to meet, Prince Adebukun, what you don't know that happens behind the scene is that I can carry on for 3 days without sleep because the moment I phone the printers to tell them I'm ready to come to press, they've booked me for a particular slot, and that slot I have to meet it. It's a terrible thing. So what I'm doing today is just a tip of the iceberg. Come on. I can carry on like this for the next 24 hours, and after the 24 hours, then after we see the end of the whole thing, yes, Prince Adebukun, for the sake of Nigeria, God, will reward each and every one of us. It's not for me. I'm not doing it for my own personal gain. I'm not paid. No, I'm doing it for everybody. Everybody, because Prince Adebokun, perhaps, see, the reasons why I'm really passionate and I'm engrossed so deeply in making sure that we get it right is because I don't know if tomorrow, next tomorrow, or years to come, my grandchildren will end up in that country because they've got their Nigerian blood, they've got their Akure blood. They can't take that away from my children and my grandchildren and those that are yet to come, great grandchildren. So what if I don't put up that fight now to make Nigeria stable, viable now? How will they live in that country? I don't know. I don't want to put my grandchildren or my children through this mess. No. That's why I'm doing this. Okumai Ayekoto Akerele, you said, if care is not taken, the Buratai he has planted his military might took over power. There is an agenda. You're very correct and you're on point. It's going to happen. You spit it out. It's going to happen. Okumai Ayekoto, it's going to happen. Kind of crappy. Okumai Ayekoto, you said, look, they can't see this evil camp. They can't. Yeah, Dayo Mojowolo, my colleague at work, is another tough Buhari thing. He's a good friend. We don't clash, but it's just the mere fact that he's on the wrong side of the political divide. And he doesn't, Dayo Omojowolo doesn't really know who Buhari he is. And Dayo doesn't even know the level of information at my disposal. That's why I laugh with a lot of my friends who call themselves Buharist and Buharidins, or the two combined. For Tyler Weil, you said, kudos for revealing the secret behind the sign on Tinubu's heart. That's why you are different from the other journalists. Let me keep my mouth zipped. I've zipped it. Ivy Osagi Adeyemi Bello, that's my cousin's wife. You're welcome to my show. I'm not too sure if it is your husband or yourself watching this show, Richard. It could be any of you too. Anyway, I salute you. Ruben Akintunde is in as well. You see, Ruben Akintunde is my friend. And Ruben is a staunch PDP man. If I'm right, Ruben. If I'm right, Ruben. Ruben was in Segun Mimiko's cabinet, and I think you were very close to Mimiko. Were you Mimiko's chief of staff, or you had a special appointment in Mimiko's government? Ruben knew I opposed. He's a PDP guy. Ruben knew I opposed Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in 2015, and I supported Muhammadu Buhari. And so far so good. Ruben equally knows that I'm a no-nonsense person because I don't and I will not beg politicians. I just want to discharge my duties. That's the way I was brought up. I was not brought up to be looking for extra money. Whatever God provides is what I spend. I tell you something, even right now, I don't even have overdraft. I spend what I have. No overdraft. If I don't have it, I won't spend it. No. Up until a couple of weeks ago, my bank said, oh, Mr. Bello, you know you are entitled to X amount, big amount of money as overdraft. I said, I don't need it. I said, it's a fake life. The country I come from originally, we don't live on credit. You spend what you have. Guys, I've never depended on anybody, and I repeat, if I had wanted to be rich, or if I am probably as corrupt as Dele Momodu, I'm mentioning his name now. It's my colleague, let him come and challenge me. Dele Momodu. Yeah, ovation. He doesn't do anything free. He collects money. No, to the extent that when Atiku Abubakar came on his official visit to the United Kingdom, when he was vice president under Obasanjo's era, when we had Dr. Christopher Collade as our high commissioner, I was there at Abuja House in Kensington. Dele Momodu was telling the vice president, Atiku Abubakar, because Dele Momodu was next to me, and after myself, there was Dukwe Ashama, because we were all lined up. And Dele Momodu said to Atiku Abubakar, the vice president, that I'm one of the finest and one of the courageous journalists. That the problem with me is that I practice my craft the white man's way. And then he suggested to the vice president that Frank Bello will be successful the day he publishes like a black man. And then Atiku then said, Frank, you to start publishing like a black man. And I said, I won't. Some of you don't know some of these stories, but I'm telling you and I'm revealing everything to you. If I had wanted to be rich, extremely rich, I could have been extremely rich. But the riches, will I take them to heaven? No. The Yoruba people, where I come from. Look, I'm an Ondo State man where I'm very stubborn and you can't cheat me. No, I'm an Akure man. I won't cheat you, and please don't cheat me, because if you cheat me, I will kill you there. No, don't cheat me and I won't cheat you. I don't want to be cheated. No. I've been to a lot of places, guys, that people will say, oh, hype the price of my ad rate. I'll say I can't. That is the rate card. The only thing I can do, if the client is unable to meet that rate card, I'm prepared to actually give discounts. When I was with Ato Eze, during Babangida's 70th birthday, I interviewed him. He was one of the people that revealed to me that Obasanjo was behind the annulment, then followed by Arishekola in Ibadan. At Toeze, after my interview, I asked him for a full-page advert to congratulate his friend Muhammadu Buhari. Oh, he said, oh, that's a very nice gesture, Frank. How much is a full page in color? And I gave him my red card. £2,500. But he calculated it straight in naira. Oh, and he said 450,000 naira. Oh, Frank, I'll give you 1 million. That was how obscene the money is in Nigeria. But he chose to give me 1 million. Many people like that, they did it. And I came back to the UK with 50k, £50,000. I was able to print everything. Then suddenly, good luck, Ebele Jonathan destroyed the business. I was not mad. I'm just making a story out of it. Paula Folashade said, good. That's good. Guys, the time is coming to 9:30. I know I've got loads of other messages. I told you guys I'm not going to sleep. I've got loads of other people peeping in. The Buhari deans, the Buharists, they're all monitoring everything that we're saying. Bukola Udufadeni Olusoya, you replied for Tyler while you said, what is the secret behind his cap? Kindly tell me. The secret behind Bola Tinubu's cap. Bukola, let me take that one I used. And I'm going to tilt the camera back again. Now, Bukola Udufadeni Olusoya, you can see the picture in front of you. You can see Bola Tinubu, and let me do this. Let me do it this way. If you Google Bola Tinubu on Google Images, I'm sure you will get all these images. You will definitely get all these images of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And when you look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I'll click on this particular image. Now you see this sign. You see that sign? When that sign is, I think what I'm going to do, let me do it this way. Maybe you will understand. Let me do this. Okay, let me leave this. Let me open up Photoshop and I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm loading up Photoshop. All right, just give me 1 minute. I'm loading up Photoshop on my system, and I'm going to show you an experiment. File new. Let's do 300. Let's do a square by 300 millimeter. Yeah, and let's leave that as a grayscale. All right. Now I hope you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? All right. Just follow me. This is Photoshop. See, this is the way I work, guys. Let's do that. Okay, that's the middle. And where is the middle in this one? That's the middle in that one too. Okay, now I'm going to do this. The cursor is loading up. Now I'm going to type in here 8. Okay, hang on, I'm just waiting for it. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to type 8, and that's the 8. I'm going to increase the type size. Let's make this 100. No, 100 is too small. Let's make it 500. Okay, now we've got that big image. I'm not happy with that gray color. Okay, let's make it that. Let me increase this to 700. Right, now we have that. Okay, now it is in the center. Can you see the center? Now you are looking at 8, don't you? Bukola Odufadering, you are looking at 8. All right, now the same 8 is upright. It is upright. Now when 8 is turned this way, when 8 is turned, no, that's not what I want to do. Don't apply. When 8 is turned, no, come on. Okay, I know what to do. Layer, layer. I want to rotate it by 180 degrees. Yeah, layer. Okay, image. No, it is, I want to work on this layer. Okay, I'll do this. No. Okay, hang on. Okay, let me hold down the control key. I'm going to rotate that layer. Where's the rotate? Rotate. Okay, yeah. Image. Okay, yeah, let me rotate it this way. No, it's not that. Rotate. Let's do that. Yes. Now, Bukola Odufadering, the same 8 you are looking at is now slipping on its side. And that side, when 8 is slipping on its side, it is called infinity, something that has no ending. Now, go into Google. You can see the same. This is the same as what I've just worked on. 8 slipping on its side, like I have just displayed here. Infinity, something that has no end, that will continue to go on and on. So Bola Tinubu is hoping to extend his empire to the rest of Nigeria. Who asked him a question earlier on today as to whether he's got contract from the government? Nobody asked him, and then he messed up himself to say he's never got a contract from Muhammadu Buhari in 5 years. Muhammadu Buhari has not been in government for 5 years. For God's sake. That explains the secret behind his camp, his grip, and what he intends to do to keep Nigeria captive and to be in hostage, to be a hostage nation. That sign, this sign of infinity, is occultic. It is satanic. That's what I'm trying to say. Not many people with eyes are able to see, but some are blessed with the gifts. Taufik Alao Olanrewaju Akile. There's no election in Nigeria today. It was running day. It was easy. It was running day. A lot of intimidation. Nigeria is finished. Bukola Udu Fadeni Ulusanya. Yes, sir. Fatai Lawal. Bukola, you have not seen, you have not been listening. Bola Afolashade is watching from Canada. What is the election status? Have they announced anything? There won't be any result. The election, I predict, will be inconclusive. Bola. Bukola Udufadeni Ulusoya. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, you said. Taufik Alao Olanrewaju Akile. At Otobola, they are yet to announce the results, but that country is finished. It is indeed. Okomaya Ayekoto, rotate it. Yes, I've done that. Okomai Ayekoto Akerele said, yes, that is infinity. Because I've actually highlighted infinity quite a lot in my book, but I'm not going to disclose what is written in my book. But it is satanic. Okomai Ayekoto Akerele, he will not last long. For Tyler Weil, you said, what does Tinubu think he is? Only God can be described as infinity. You're right, but he thinks he's God. Let me play you this. I think I played that earlier. I think I did. Guys, I'm getting some reports from Nigeria. And it says, this is a tweet from Atiku, and Atiku tweeted, APC is quick cooking results using margins from broadcast. From broadcast PDP victory to determine what to load into theirs before announcing. And that's why I said I'm not going to talk on that result, because the election is completely shambled. Guys, let me turn this around for you guys. Look at this. It's not looking good. Look at elections in Nigeria. Look at elections in Nigeria. Look at elections in Nigeria. You can see this male copper carrying the female copper, perhaps to safety. I'm beaming this, and we are all making a case for the International Criminal Court of Justice. Look at Nigerians. Look. Should election result to all this rubbish? Look at. And here, this is another horrific one. You can see, in fact, bullet has gone into this one's head. And it says more PDP members reportedly shot at as alleged APC thugs aided by the Nigerian army approaches Bob_Manuel compound in Abodima to unleash more mayhem. And you can actually see when that is magnified. Look, 2019 general elections in Nigeria. I knew this would happen. It was all over. All over. Bukola Abebi Amudu. Bukola Udufadiri Olusonya said, wow, thank you, sir. Yeah, it is a mess. It's a satanic sign. You just say it. Of course, I know. Innocent Iyere, thank you for tuning in. Taufik Alao Olanrewaju Akile, yes. Ayogundimo Grace Emily Ogolo. Taufik Alao Olanrewaju Akile said, some OPC snatched a ballot box, but he was burnt to death immediately. I actually showed that earlier on. I got the pictures earlier. Trust me, anything that happens in Nigeria, I get feedback almost instantly, almost immediately. Pastor Adio General, you're welcome. I get everything almost immediately. Okay, let's listen to, let's quickly switch over to Channels TV, and I'll bring this to a close for now. Let's see the results when they received the moved from the war. So I'm just the violence that we have seen already, and when we released that report, it was sometime in the late afternoon. The numbers of incidents have increased, and reports, particularly from Rivers State, is worrying, and we need to keep an eye on what's going on in Rivers State. But certainly quite worrying that the level of violence in elections shouldn't really. Also complaints from Lagos about violence in areas in ways that raises a whole lot of other issues about the country. So I really think that this election should not come with so much anxiety and so much tension, and elections in Nigeria should never really be conducted with this much tension and violence around it.
But in all of this, I mean, we heard of mayhem being unleashed and all of that. Did you hear of any arrests or prosecution as the case may be, given that we have, because APC are the people.
Well, we did hear of some arrests in Imo State, for instance, which election didn't go too well because some of the election officials were accused of actually holding back voting. One of the electoral officers in one of the areas was arrested on the instruction of INEC itself because of obvious attempt to disrupt the electoral process.
I guess we're out of time. Thank you very much, Mr. Clement Mwako, the convener of the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. We're still keeping tabs here in Abuja. We'll bring you more details as it unfolds.
Thanks a lot, Gloria. In the Situation Room, we'll have more on election coverage right here on Channels Television. Still ahead, though, more than 6.5 billion voters to participate in Senegal's landmark presidential elections coming up on Sunday. Stay with us.
Guys, you can even see yourself that channels are even fed up. They don't know what to say anymore. The euphoria for them to broadcast and announce to the nation that here's the president is not even there. Taufik Alao Olanrewaju said, Nigeria is cursed. Grace Emily Ogolo, there was a lady, the butchered, and a man drove her to the hospital. I've actually highlighted. You came late. Maybe you want to watch this show from the beginning. Yeah, I got that earlier, and I've actually touched on that, and I've streamed that as well online. Olabalogun, I can spot you. Bukola Odufadeni Olusanya, APC so desperate about all. This is not a free and fair election. It is not. Okay, guys, listen. I'm going to leave you to relax a little bit. I'm not sleeping because I'm going to monitor everything. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I consider today and tomorrow as one of the days when I am in production in Kuwait. Yes, everything will have to go. Thank God I've taken my high blood pressure tablet. I'll be fine. Guys, let me leave you to relax for a while. If there's any need, I'm going to... I've got loads, tons of messages, and some of them can take me through hours to read. Okay, so I have to go through each and every one of them and then dissect them, analyze them, and then come back to you to make that will make a sense to you. So let me thank each and every one of you for tuning in to watch this show again. It's just coming to 21:51 London time today, election day in Nigeria, Saturday the 23rd day of February 2019. Let me leave you guys to, at least some of you are married. I don't want to take those women away from their husband, or I don't want your husband to start cursing me that, oh, are you still listening to that nasty Frank Bello on Facebook? So let me leave you guys to relax and enjoy with your husband or your wives, and I'll be back with you. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to speak to you, and I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Have a good evening.